All right, welcome back, Pokemon Go players, to another episode of the Purified Podcast. Today is January 26, 2025. I am your host, Luis Palacios, and my co-host, the Pokemon Trigger, please.
What?
Chris!
Guys, it's CHRIS. No, I'm joking. But yeah, it's awesome to be here this week. It's been a fun week.
Hold on.
I see
Hold
Lewis,
on.
my boy's in a good mood.
Hold on. Where's the yo, brother?
Yo! 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 Oh my gosh.
It's been an interesting week for sure. At least in the Americans, it's been a week.
Dude, it's been crazy with Florida getting chilly.
Yeah, for the first time in hundreds of years, we actually got snow in Florida. Did you even get a drop of snow or somewhere over there?
No, we got some really cold rain.
Yeah, same.
It dropped the lowest I saw it was about 38, maybe 36. It did not get colder than that, though, to my knowledge.
Well, sometimes whatever the temperature actually is, it is actually lower than before. So if you got to 38,
yeah. Oh no, it felt like other things,
like 32 or something. Yeah, something like that. Maybe. But yeah, hey, that's Florida. We participated in winter. Yeah, let's give ourselves a nice little gold star to do that.
Yeah, we're living down here to avoid that stuff, I'm sure.
Well, Articuno had to come in with the best part. I mean, maybe this Monday we'll see all the thunderstorms and everything for Zapdos coming through. And then we'll get back on the heat with Moltres next week after that.
Oh, yeah, it actually worked out perfectly with Articuno.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, we were it was like... Yeah, no snow in Orlando. Yeah, no. Luckily, we didn't actually get that. We got lucky.
Not from what I can tell.
Yeah, just I saw an AI video on TikTok about it. It's like, oh yeah, no, it's snowing in Disney World. I'm like, yeah, that's not true.
That's not real.
It would have been in a lot more places in news and everything like that. So
yeah, the only place that I've heard of it snowing is the northmost parts of Florida.
Yeah, Pensacola, Jacksonville. A little bit down, but after that, I think it was just those areas. It was kind of crazy to see snow in Florida for the first time. It would have been
pretty crazy.
It would have been cool to see it here by home, but we're a little down farther than
get that weather boost finally.
I know, right? It's like
I've only seen it in the game once,
and that was because you went to a trip to the north, right?
Yeah. I was in Illinois at the time.
I don't know if when I go to LA, we'll get to that point because snows. But we're here once again to talk about Pokemon Go news, updates, and ranting about the game because we love the game just as much as everybody else. A quick reminder to make sure that you check us out at PokemonProfessor.com, but also, just to make sure you guys know, this episode of the Purified Podcast is brought to you by our Patreons. Everything we do here in the Pokemon Professor Network is powered by our community. Hold on one second. You can join our community of supporters and patrons as little as $1 a month. We offer a range of support tiers and various benefits. All patrons will gain access to our Patreon exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people. Again, guys, make sure you check us out there. Again, the best support is actually just if you want to become a second producer, you will shout out every single day of the week, every time that we go through. But it also helps out us as creators to make sure that we can bring you the best possible quality out there for you guys. So make sure you, if you want to be a second producer, let us know. And write us a nice little thank you note too while you're at it. But man. But yeah, it's been interesting for sure. To say the least. It's been actually very fun playing Pokemon Go this week. With so many events going through. I don't know if it's just the loop of events that happens every single other moment, but we had people for Articuno Max Monday, which it was actually kind of interesting how we had to navigate that. We had Raid Hour, which I didn't really care much for the access Raid Hour this time around. And then we had Routes Community Day Classic not too long ago, and I'm sure Chris will tell us all about his amazing catches, Chinese Hundos and everything,
Hundos.
That's what he thinks.
Multiple.
Yeah, I know, right? So what you got, brother?
Yeah, let's take a look. I don't think it was too crazy this week. I didn't get a lot of the shinies I was hunting, which is fine.
Right.
But yeah, I think the only shinies I got were Ralts from Community. I ended up transferring a ton of them. I know I got more than 10, but I only have like 8 in my thing. It was probably close to like 15, somewhere in between 15 and 20 that I got. Because I played a good chunk of it. I was off for all of it because I get home pretty early. I don't think I got any new Hundos, from what I can tell. So, it's just PvP stuff, getting the Shadow, Palkia. Other than that, yeah, not too much. Just I was very excited though to hatch a Shroodle. Yeah, night or fifth. What am I blanking? Is it 15 is the max for IVs, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it was a 15, 15, 13. So for the first Shroodle being like that, I was pretty happy. Even though you probably want it to be in like Great League. Didn't get a Hundo male Rots. That was the main goal.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah, same here.
But I did get a 15, 13, 15, and I'll count my blessings on that one. I'm very happy about that one. Just got rank 1 in one of the Gardevoir ones.
Oh, I find all Ralts for mine. And I actually got GT Braids first place. I can see it right here right now. Yeah, both GT Braid places, which is this is surprising. Which is something that I never really thought I would be able to get. But hey, I finally got it. I don't have to worry about it anymore. I did get a third place, so I'm going to claim my rewards. Stardust, Lore Module, Mossy Lore Module, Star Piece, that's nice. Glacier Module, Incense. And I got every single Lore Module. That works, I guess. Is the event still going? Is the GBL thing still going for a couple more hours?
Yeah. Go Battle Weekend for about 3 hours.
Okay, that makes sense.
So after this, I might actually finish up to get the Elite TM.
Right. Yeah, I actually did that, but we'll talk about that in our little section here. For me, when it came out, were you able to go for Articuno Max Monday?
No. I did. I did go out and do one or two. I was laughing though because the second one we did, my good friend got the shiny, and I'm still waiting on it.
So you were able to go then? Oh, Mafia.
Not for the raid hour.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So this was after the fact.
Yeah, Mafia here, my good local there. It's like, we were just playing around and everything, and all of a sudden he just pops up and, he's like, hey, here's my Shando. I'm like, what the fuck? Why did that? I mean...
Jealous. Male or female?
Male.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, I definitely was. I did cry too, so, he wasn't really posting much until I found him. So...
Because they can make it a both. So, what did they end up evolving it into?
No, he evolved into Gallade.
Gallade? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I would put it as my buddy. Actually, let me see, because he usually shows off his nice little Shandos here. So let's see if he has it as his buddy.
No, I was really hunting the ones that had the background, but I haven't gotten a background shiny yet at all.
Wait, hold on, let me make sure, because I know he needs the experience anyway, so I'll just open a gift from him. To be a good sport, we got 3 days worth of experience, so you can open a gift tomorrow. But yeah, make sure that we coordinate that lucky eye for him, because he needs the experience for level 50. Anyhow, yes, okay, so I was able to go to Monday, Articuno Max Battle day or whatever, or hour, raid hour, whatever the case may be. So it was actually interesting, because the reports say that you only can have one lobby of 4 people to be able to beat it down, which is different from the formula of the Gigantamax forms, which you can have as many people as possible until you reach a level of, like a full set of 40 lobbies, in the end of the day. It was kind of like, in a sense, a little tough, because we're like, oh, we actually need to have really good counters for this.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like, we needed to organize our group. We had quite a bit of people in there, to the point where we actually have like 5 or 6 different groups in total. We were able to basically try and error the whole thing. My friend Amanda, who was with me through the whole thing, and then other randoms that we were able to pair up with. At first, the first Articuno we got, we couldn't beat it the first time because she didn't have anything powered up. And I did see a little bit of counters of how to use things, so we went over with Metagross as our main counter, Excadrill for the damage, and then Charizard or Gigantamax Charizard for the Dynamax effect, basically. And it actually worked out. And we were able to beat up to 3. It was pretty cool. I did get the shiny for one of them, so that's amazing. I was very, 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 very happy about that when it came down to having a shiny Articuno. Also, you can see the many routes that I got. Just to tell you, they got like 40-something shinies that day. All for the sake of getting the damn Shando. But, But the coolest one, of course, is the shiny Articuno. It is pretty good stats. 13, 13, 15. For a shiny, it's actually pretty good. I know Ken from Lurap actually got the Hundo.
Oh.
So that's pretty cool. I mean, I can flex my shiny a little bit more, but so it's just one of those things. But yes, I did get like about 40-something shinies in Community Day. I did catch a shiny Dialga from race that we were doing. A shiny Kling from the party challenges that we were doing. So I was like, what is going on today? Because I was clicking on routes and catching whatever I could find. Because I was the one guy that needs to have every single candy for rolls at this point for some reason. And it was just getting like, oh, shiny here, shiny there, shiny there. It's like my friends in the car were just annoying with me at some point in the day after getting that many shinies. But it was cool to be able to actually get everything sorted out. Gameplay was cool. And we still have like the continuous route research and the time research. And yeah, one thing that Mafia could have actually gotten was a background shiny, because that Shando that he got was one from research, but it wasn't the background.
Oh.
So
yeah, dude, I was trying so hard to get the encounter Hondo too. Oh my gosh,
yeah,
very jealous.
So one thing that to note, and I think this is something moving forward, is that I don't know if it's actually happening like every day or something, but have you noticed an increase of legendary rates within the hours of 12 to 1? Or maybe 12 to
2? Maybe subconsciously, but I will say, like I joined a lot of remotes around that time today, because I get out around 1 from my job.
Yeah, I gotta say that every time I open the game, at least once per day, I had seen at least around 12 or 1 or even a little bit earlier. Just a bunch of legendary rays popping up. It was like, what is going on? It's like I was a little confused for a second. Maybe they're testing some things. But it also, during Community Day, we had rotating legendary through the hours. So I was like, okay, that's interesting to say the least. But one of the tasks for the background roles through field research was actually win a 5-star or higher.
Yes.
So that means that they're doing some things to help us out. Plus, imagine doing a couple of legendaries around the clock. If you can stack those, that'd be great. You also have like the party challenges, complete a challenge or something. They're doing a lot of like community stuff or base stuff in Community Day. And I'm actually okay with that, because that means that I get to hang out with the people out there. We do the party, we do the routes, we do all this kind of things that when you're playing Pokemon Go, you should be playing in community. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I feel like the quest for the backgrounds should definitely feel like you earned it, and I think the quests for that one are definitely adequate. A little bit harder than the normal catch 3 Ralts to get a Ralt encounter. So
Yep.
really like it. I like that we know which one is the rare one because it's a harder like a harder quest.
Mm-hmm.
And that it's not the same as the other ones and just down to luck. So yeah, I really like the system.
Yeah, I really like it too. I think that it's a good addition to what has basically been like a recruiting community day and something. Definitely okay with this kind of change without having too much interference to the actual gameplay. Of course, you want to catch as many rolls as you want to. But, it's part of the community that makes sense. That's why it's called Community Days. So, kudos to Niantic. I'm not saying like the best, but, they are the best. I don't know.
Like no one ever was.
They try to be. Man. I think in general, Niantic is always doing a good job to try to advocate for the community. Even if some actions don't seem that way, there's definitely more to it than you may think. And that's the reason why we love this game so much. And we're still almost 9 years into the future. So... man. All right, chug. Anyways. All right, well, I mean, that was technically our week. We also had the full week of Go Battle Day, whatever week that we had. I say whatever because I'm kind of like, I only did my challenges, but we'll get to that a little bit closer to the end of our PvP section because I need to talk about that in recent days. I don't know. Have you actually done any GBL?
Yeah. Mostly just because of the quests right now.
Yeah.
But there is also the chance of getting what's it called? The little crocodile, Sandal.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's one of those, I guess, when it comes down to things. All right, well, that's how our weeks has been. So it's pretty nice. I like it. You like it.
Yes.
Everybody clap your hands. Anyway. All right, well, let's get into some of our research topics of the week. We have a little bit of news, but they're a little long, so we're going to be here for 8 minutes. I'll talk about this one, and you'll talk about the next one, okay?
Oh.
So the very first one that we have is the road to Unova. It's time to get ready for Pokemon Go Tour Unova event. Trainers, start spreading the news. The Road to Unova event is on its way. Before the global event kickoffs for trainers around the world, get yourself into the Unova state of mind during the Road to Unova event. Yeah, I mean, it's Generation 5. Road to Unova starts on Monday, February 24th. So actually, they're giving us this news a lot quicker than I expected to be. To Saturday, March 1st at 10 a.m. local time. Of course, we did talk about the Tour Pass ahead of the Global Unova Tour, or Global, I guess, which, again, it is a tier-based subscription, I guess I should call it, that will allow you to actually earn rewards and things for the actual tour through the means of doing other tasks in the game, like catching Pokemon and everything. I'm not losing you yet, aren't you, Chris?
No.
Make sure that you know that Shiny Violetta is part of the debut of Pokemon Go Tour Unova. I personally, if nothing changes, will be going to the Los Angeles Unova Tour for my in-game experience with a bunch of my local peeps. So we're happy about that.
I hope it's safe for you guys.
Yeah, again, it's hit or miss at this point. We're still technically a month away for the event, a little less than a month away now, which I know Los Angeles is still having some, precautionary stuff when it comes down to it. So tourism is maybe kept at a minimum. And I hope that things will go better in the next few days for that. Just getting closer and closer to the event without uncertainty is really not helping out the community, especially if things like this would have happened. I feel like they should already mention something by now. But we won't get to that until right now, unless you want to go ahead and help out anybody in the disaster areas and all that. Anyways, sending mail data will be available to purchase in-game shop for $4.99, equivalent to looking tier, on Monday, February 24th to Sunday, March 2nd. Tickets gonna be purchased with Pokémon Go, so you gotta buy it, basically. Road to Unova pay ticket. Enhance your Unova adventure with event tickets. Yeah, we kind of saw that coming. Enjoy additional bonuses, eventing time research, and new avatar items, perfect for the trainers who want to make their most of this Unova celebration. Trainers taking part in the global tour on March 1st and 2nd can take advantage of these tickets bonuses throughout the event weekend. Plus, don't forget, you can gift the tickets to other friends. You'll want to do something to me a favor? Anyways. It's like Chris. Anyway, these tickets will be available to purchase on Monday 24th all the way to March 2nd. Just buy it early so you get the bonuses easily on all that. However, you can buy extra bonuses. The Road to Unova rates for $4.99, or basically $5. The time research will award you with raid theme bonuses, including extra large candy for Cobalion, Terrakion, Virizion, Tornados, 10 restaurant candy, 10 Zekrom candy, and then back to the Candy XL, Landaros, and 25 Genesect candies. That's interesting. Candy XL, which is when it comes down to. And they also get the black and white yogurt avatar item. We also enjoy wonderful bonuses. 5,000 experience from completing a race. I guess an additional, I should say. One additional candy award for catching Pokemon in 5-star rates. One extra large candy award for catching Pokemon in 5-star rates. And this is not, of course, rare candy. This is actual the rewards from the raids. 2 times Stardust from raid battles. 1 additional raid pass from fitting foxes at gyms each day. So basically, I think because of the bonuses of the season, we get 3 free ones per day or something?
For raid passes?
Yeah.
Maybe on the best, if you don't use the raid passes from yesterday, I think so.
No, because the bonuses of the season is 2 per day. So with this...
Oh, so you get an extra one?
Yeah, so that'd be 3 per day, 3 free ones.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, see.
Anyways, you also have another ticket, the Road to Unova Hatch ticket for $4.99 or $5. I mean, come on, guys, just pick a 5. Anyways, time research rewards for the hatch include encounters with the following Pokemons. When you hatch Pokemons, of course. Maracas, Sigilet, and Bouffalant. All can now be shiny throughout this event. If you're lucky, you might encounter always the shiny ones. Of course, you also get the hoodie from the black and white avatar item. And the bonuses for this ticket will be 2 times Hatch experience, 2 times Hatch candy, and 2 times Hatch Stardust. All right, so before we get into the whole thing, or at least more information of this blog post, what do you think so far of the global event for Unova Tour with all this extra added stuff?
Definitely excited about all the Stardust and XP there's going to be to gain from attacking the raids. I don't know why
Tackling.
I was blanking on.
I don't know, brother.
But I think there's a bunch of very awesome Pokemon in this generation. As much as my favorite is 3. I do like a lot of the Pokemon in this one. I think a lot of them are definitely very strong. I think it's going to be a lot of fun for people to be raiding all these Pokemon. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say about that.
Interesting. Well, wild encounters for the event while we're here. Snivy, Tepig, and Oshawott will be in the wild. All can be shiny. And some traders may even encounter Servine, Pignite? Yeah, Pignite and Dewont. Surprisingly, I can never say the Spiral Evolution, You cannot encounter shiny ones of those. Too bad. I feel like they should. But then, of course, we have more raids throughout the whole entire week of the Road to Unova. So each day will feature a different raid hour from 6 to 7 local time for the following schedule. Of course, throughout the week, you'll see 1-star race and 3-star race. 1-star race will have the starters, Snivy, Tepig, and Oshawott. 3-star race, you'll have Draudigon, which is not bad because I know a lot of people are looking for that. However, starting on Monday, February 24th, the very first day, you'll have encounters with Genesect. And not just one Genesect, every single Genesect. Genesect
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I know, right? So Shock Drive, Burn Drive, Shield Drive, and Douse Drive. Encounters with Genesect encounters in race will know the normal type charge attack Technoblast, which again it tells us all throughout the powers. Actually, every single one of the Genesects will have his signature Technoblast move, the normal electric, fire, ice, and water. So this one is a little interesting because on the 24th is when we're basically looking for what Genesect you don't have, and that's gonna be a little hard to coordinate. Although Genesect is very soloable if you have good counters, so you should be able to take it down pretty easily if you know what you're doing, which is not bad. But hunting for all these Genesects is really not the point, especially because we will still have a loot of 1-stars and 3-stars throughout the week, anyways. All right, well, that's the 24. Drowsy Power is finally here. Tuesday, February 25th, we have Cobalion, Terrakion, and Verisium. Every single one of this Swords of Justice will know his charge attack, Sacred Soar, which is really, really good. Like Chris is really nodding his head right now.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm still missing technically my own Shiny Terrakion, so I may go a little bit harder on that. But
I still need one too,
yeah. Cobalion and Verisium are very good in PvP Ultra League, actually. So get yours while you can. Then on Wednesday, February 26th, we'll have Therian Form, Tornadoes, Thunderous, and Landorus. And every single one of his signature moves for each one of the genies, I guess I should say. Bleakwing Storm for Tornadoes, Windbolt Storm for Thunderous, and Sandseer Storm for Landorus. Landorus is a very good Master League Pokemon, so you should get yours while you can. Thursday, February 27th, Reshiram will be appearing back into raids. And it's actually gonna know his charge attack, Fusion Flare, which is a brand new signature move of Reshiram. Reshiram's Fusion Flare will actually have 90 power in trainer battles and 140 in gyms and raids. It's very powerful at fire type attack. As for Friday, February 28th, Sekrom will make his comeback into 5-star raids with his charge attack, Fusion Bolt. Same deal, 90 powers in trainer battles, 140 power in gyms and raids. What do you think of this incredible list of legendary Pokemon each day?
Sounds awesome, man. Zekrom and Reshiram are two of the, in my opinion, one of the more fun Pokemon. Very thick. Plus, we know what's going to end up happening with them, where we're going to have to pair them with Necrozma. So definitely get a nice, strong one.
Sure, we'll pair it with Necrozma.
Sorry, I meant like
Kyurem.
Yeah, like how they mix together. Like I was comparing them to.
I'm listening you to sleep, aren't I?
But I said it weird, dude. I'm so tired.
Man, Snorlax is really visiting your house today. All right, yeah, I know, right? All right, well, we have new special backgrounds for all this. What a surprise! At this point, what is not a surprising background, So, trainers who participate in 5-star race during the Road to Unova event will have a chance of receiving, again, let me repeat that, will have a chance of receiving a new special background after making a successful catch. These souvenirs backgrounds will appear on the Pokemon summary page showing when the Pokemon was caught and commemorating your adventures in the Go Tour event. The Road to Unova event will fill 2 special backgrounds for you to collect. One inspired from the black version and one inspired from the white version. So I think it depends on the side of the ticket that you buy.
Huh.
Also, it says here that Cobalion, Terrakion, Virizion, Terriform, Landorus, and Genesis can have either background, but only Tornadoes, Reshiram can have the black background, and then Thunderous and Zekrom can only have the white background. This also coexists with the black and white games, where you can only catch those Pokemon in each one of those versions. Plus, when you fuse Zekrom and Reshiram and it has a special background with Kyurem that has a special background of the opposite color, available during the global event, the fused black and Kyurem and white Kyurem will have its own variant background. If I go to the global event, it's going to have its location background anyway, so it's not literally the coolest fusion, but it's still, location background is one thing. In X, 2 km X will have the following Pokemons: Roggenrola, Timber, Carablast, Shelmet, and Larvesta. Yeah, I'll be hatching a lot of 2KX this week. This week.
Give me that Larvesta.
Larvesta! I need a shiny one already. Or at least a Hondo. Yeah, I know. Drowsy Power is strong tonight. The event bonuses throughout the entire week of event. Plus probably global anyways. Half distance for hatch distance. I don't know, I said it twice. Like when eggs are placed in incubators during the event period. Remote rate pass limit will be increased for 20 from Monday the 24th to February the 28th. And of course, during March 1st and 2nd, the remote rate limit is lifted. Again, guys, spend wisely. So, time research. Well, throughout the entire Unova team, time research will be available. Complete the 10 research encounters events with to obtain the following Pokemons: Terrakion, Cobalion, Virizion, Tornadoes, and Landorus. Genesect with every single drive, and if you're lucky, you may encounter a shiny one, but they won't have special backgrounds. This is also the very first time they introduced all these legendaries into the research, or at least the time research, or even the field research, under 1500. So every single one is able to get underneath that level.
Really?
Yep.
Which one are you the most excited about?
I think the genies are actually a little more exciting in this point.
Okay.
Just for the reason that every single one of them is always good in some ways. I mean, Landorus is, of course, good in Master League when you look at it. But I wouldn't be surprised to see the Source of Justice rise up in the meta in every Genesect form, because you're really going to have to tell which Genesect you're going to fight against them during that time. So be very careful of what you're going to in Go Battle League, or just in general, because having this legendaries is really going to make it somewhat of an impact in the meta. What about you, Chris?
Yeah, I definitely agree. Landorus is the one that I'm mostly looking at. I mean, keep in mind, Shadow and regular Gligar was making its rounds at the beginning of the beginning of the season, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
It might have been earlier. But so definitely keep your eyes out. Don't trade them on accident.
True. Keep them for any type of special trade if you can, but it really depends, because again, time research will have his face value of 10, 10, 10, so they're not really PvP IVs. However, having them underneath the CP level of requirements for that is always going to be a plus.
Mm-hmm. Definitely trade. If you do end up trading them, try to do a mirror trade or something like that. So you can always have one that's under the threshold of 1500 CP. But to each their own. Maybe you don't want it. But these are going to be pretty rare.
Yes. So make sure you try to complete them. It is time research, so you'll probably have it until the end of the Unova Global Tour. So be careful on that. Regular field research stats will have encounters with Snivy, Tepic, Oshawott, Roggenrola, Timber, Cameras, whatever the case may be, Shelmet. But of course, I don't think they get their backgrounds either. So, I mean, a lot of background stuff, really. I'm not sure I'm starting to really love the whole background thing these days.
I appreciate the rarity of it. Some of them look nice, but they're just, there. Kind of like a shiny Pokemon.
True.
But, it's a lot more rare for a shiny Pokemon. So it's like, what is this doing for me? Yeah.
True. New avatar items and stickers will be available through the in-game shop. You can get things like the Black Kirim wins or the White Kirim backpack. And of course, for free, as part of the Tour Pass, you also get the Go Tour 2025 tee, which is the t-shirt. But that's pretty cool. Also, throughout this week, actually, debuting this week, we're going to have a new visual update to the Pokédex. It says, get ready for a new way to navigate and experience the Pokédex in Pokemon Go. The Pokédex is getting a comprehensive visual update just in time for the Go Tour collection adventures. These changes are aimed to helping trainers more easily identify which Pokemon they already possess and which Pokemon they yet to collect. Take advantage of the updates to make sure you catch all available Pokemon during the Go Tour, Unova, and beyond. And then, real quick for you all to know, updates to Pokemon encounters. In efforts to improve access to gameplay for trainers in the lead up to the Go Tour Unova, you may notice Pokemon appear in great variants of areas. With this update, Pokemon will appear in even more places than before, in desolated populated areas, rural, suburban, or rapidly expanding areas. This may increase the number of both Pokemon encounters and areas where Pokemon appear overall. As you prepare for the Go Tour Unova, we hope that this update will make Pokemon Go journey even more exciting. Thank you for continuing exploring with us. I think that that's an amazing change. The question is, how big of a change is really going to impact this type of thing? So, real quick, I'll get your attention, Chris. What do you think so far?
Yeah. I mean, what else is there to say other than definitely going to be exciting to catch these Pokemon and complete the quest for the timed research.
True that. It's going to be a wild week and weekend of the Global Unova Tour. So,
yeah. Do you think there's still a chance of them putting in the fused one like right away?
As in, what do you mean?
Them with Kyurem.
Well, Kyurem is going to be really something that you're going to be playing around throughout the actual like weekend event of the Global. Which that's pretty much the only reason why you're going to play the game until you get one. I actually already got my Hundo, so I definitely don't need another. Well, technically I do. Actually, do I need another Hundo because of the black and white fusions? Yeah, I kind of do, don't I? Actually, did I get 2 Hundos? No, just the one, right?
200 what?
200 Kyurems. I guess I should probably look for the Shando, right?
Yeah.
Which is cool in its own reality. Kyurem will be the main part of source of raids throughout the weekend. Black Kyurem and White Kyurem may be part of the actual event in some ways, but that's because they did the same thing with the Crossmine at that point. So, in the end of the day, you're still going to encounter a Kyurem instead of actual Psychorum and Reshiram. So make sure you keep those two. All right, well, that's the biggest news of the week, which is crazy that they're giving us all this, but it's kind of nice to kind of prepare for the Unova Tour. It's getting closer and closer by the day, so please, Niantic, just let us know if we're actually going to be able to go play outside, aside from that. But before I lose Chris, how about you tell me what's the next piece of news?
Yeah. The next piece of news I have not heard about. So let's see together what it is. Well, Eevee and Pokemon Go, or more specifically, the people that handle like the cards of Pokemon Go, they seem to be doing a collaboration with the newest set, Prismatic Evolutions, and it looks super cute with Eevee looking. I heard that if you have a bad card, it's not as big a deal because the money drops off. The money drops off right away, so you're basically ripping off a Bandit. But
True.
But yeah, I think this is definitely a good set for them to pair up with. I'm just curious what kind of work they're going to do from behind the truck.
True. So, what's happening with this collaboration since the brand new set Prismatic Evolutions has actually come out in retail stores? Looks like we're getting a little bit here and there. So, Visit one of these retails near you from February 1st all the way to February 27th to enjoy everything the promotion has to offer with more details. Also, to note, this doesn't mean that they'll have sets for those or the packages for the cars. So be very careful where you go. Best Buy, GameStop, and Target will be in the United States. GameStop and Toys R Us in Canada, and then EV Games in Australia. While the celebration is happening, there will be Pokestops at this location with lore modules active to make more Pokemon appear. Throughout the week, you might even find some of these locations will have a Glassy or Mushy lore activated, giving you the opportunity to evolve your Eevee into Glaceon and Leafeon. Of course, the gift received from spinning these Pokestops will also make a fine addition to any training postcard book, so make sure you send them to your friends. There's also the gift cards. Looks like they're adding the Pokemon Go gift cards they added at Walmart to this store, so you'll be able to buy them there. That $10, $25, $50, $100 and Pokecoins that you can buy throughout the whole thing. So, not really.
That's basically how much the ETBs are.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, it's incredible to know that they're still trying to do some kind of collaboration between other source of media. TCG is definitely a big part of it, even though we do have our own TCG set. I kind of want them to do another one. I feel like they need more. But yeah, Prismatic Evolutions. Man, what can we talk about this? It's like probably one of the biggest sets released in a long, long time. Everybody's going crazy for it. Chris is definitely dying over there. But yeah, but yeah, I'll keep it short. Save your money for retail if you can find something in retail instead of actually buying it from scalpers, because the scalpers is strong in this one. And we got to fight them off if we can. All right. I'm really losing Chris actually now, so that's the best piece of news when it comes down to things. Real quick, we'll get into some GBL so that way he can move his body. Get Rekt. Here we go. What are you, like the drunken?
That did help a tiny bit.
All right, so GVL. As you guys know, we had weeks of GVL, a lot of things going on through it, but there's actually something that I want to take into consideration. This is coming from Doms, which talked to me throughout social media about what's going on. He basically said, and let me actually find that real quick. He says, I got home late from working out and some fellowships with close friends, but snuck a few sets offline and climbed. I was ready for the next set, but I heard a voice resonating to stop and climb it throughout the energy and all that stuff. It says that also he would have done a full 14-1 run to Legends, but the game froze at one battle and lost the match. They can definitely say what's going on. So I asked him, it's like, because I actually started playing just to get my time research and everything, I told him, it's like, hey, I felt this whole freezing thing going on. So what's going on? So he says, ever since the change to Go Battle League Day, there's been outright terrible. The last stream was frustrating. The last night streaming with the Discord was better, but still bad compared to a normal day on GPL. This frozen battle was slightly different. I was hearing the sound effect, but it was like, the menu and everything waited out and all that. So I was like, is this really happening? Yeah, it says that a lot of lost matches just for the freezing, and I myself has experienced this. I was doing the battles. I thought I was going to get, because I was literally rank 0. I thought I was going to get like a 10-0 and finish out the whole thing. But no, I had to do a couple of extra sets because during the battle, the whole thing froze. And I was like, I can't tap. I can't see charge moves. I don't see if I'm doing any damage. I reset the battles. And then I just get the game lost because they couldn't recover the data from that battle. I don't know if it's something going on, some cheat or anything. I just think that the game itself in GPL has actually gotten worse and worse for this specific season. And I don't know if it's something that Niantic is doing at the back end. I just think that they really should be focusing a little bit and trying to stabilize this kind of thing, especially for this kind of week in the end of the day. What are your thoughts, Chris?
Not not as much as you would think.
Okay, I'll leave it at that, and I'll talk to you about it next time, okay?
Yeah, I do like that they're doing a collab, but I just need to see how this collab actually is, because if it's just throwing a few Pokestops out there, that's not a collab.
All right, guys. I really think that I'm gonna go ahead and end this podcast a little bit early for y'all, so, because I think Chris is actually dying on me right now. Anyways, we'll talk about the whole regionals that's happened this weekend because I know we actually kind of winner this time around. But that's it. I know maybe it was a little shorter stream, but again, it is the end of the week and we got to get to sleep. So thank you so much for everybody for listening to the podcast. I appreciate it very much. Follow our social media, Pure Let It Go, Pokemon Trigger Please, and of course the Purified Podcast. Make sure you also check us out at the patreon.com/PokemonProfessor. You can also email us anything to the purifiedpodcast@gmail.com or check out all our feeds in all our audio feeds everywhere. Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Amazon Music, Spotify again, because you know that's the best part. And greatly appreciate it at that end. And yeah, don't forget to do all those things and everything else. Chris, how about you just take us away for the night?
All right. It's been a fantastic week. The drowsy power in Pokemon Sleep is going to be very high today. But get well rested, get out there and play, especially if it's warm enough where you're at, and get planned. Next week we got even more news for you. Next week is after the New Year's event too, or the like lucky event. Yeah,
the new Lunar New Year.
The Lunar New Year, that's what it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm definitely going to be excited to talk about that event afterwards. And yeah, hope you guys get everything you want in the game. And yeah, I think that covers about everything I wanted to talk about.
All right. Thank you so much, everybody. Keep purifying them. Chris, go get some coffee, and we'll see you guys next time.